Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to have some baseball today, some season ticket baseball, and we're going back to 1955. Let's get down to the field and see what's going on. Okay, we are going back to the 1955 tournament. We are in the semifinals right now, and then this is an American League game. And this game is game number 3 of the series. We're going to find ourselves in Baltimore with Detroit visiting. And they have each won one game. Over here in the National League is tied up also, one game apiece. Maybe not. No, the Giants are up 2 games to none in this one over here. But right now we're going to be going to Baltimore. All right, on the mound for Baltimore today is Jim Wilson. Jim was, what was he? He was 12 and 18 during the season. Not a lot of good pitching on these teams back then, but I think that was mostly because of the hitting. And leading off for the Tigers is Harvey Keene. Okay, we got a 398. 398. And that's a base hit for Harvey right off the bat, folks. Tigers want to go up on this series on the road. And here comes Fred Hatfield playing second base today for the Tigers. One on, nobody out. Gotta make sure I get to keep the cards in where you can see them. Hope you can read them today. Fred Hatfield, oh, 6'10". We're going up into the chart for the ballpark chart for Baltimore. We're looking at 6'10", and that's a pop out to second. Here comes Mr. Detroit, Al Kaline. .114, 114. That turns that into a 314, which turns that into a strikeout. Got Al swinging on that one. Comes the cleanup hitter, Ray Boone. Ray had some heroics in the quarterfinals. Okay, 672. 672 on the up that chart. 672, 72, 70 to get there. Oh, and then it's just a ground ball to short, 6-3. And that is it for the Tigers in the first. They had one hit, no runs, and one left on base. Okay, on the mound for Detroit in this ball game today is Steve Gromack. Steve was 13 and 10 with an ERA of 3.98. And leading off is Fred Marsh, the second baseman for Baltimore. 438, 438. We're going to find it right here. 438 right there. And he is a righty. 438. That's ground ball 5-3. Jim Dyke. Jim is playing left field today. 232. 232 versus righty turns into a 582. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the center fielder for that's Bill Tuttle. We're going to be looking at this error thing here. Okay. I'm out. Take a time out, get myself around my head around this a little bit. That turns it into a 582. So we're going up here to Bill Tuttle's card, and that's a fly out to center. If there was a runner on third, we could have some action. But it's just a fly out to center. There goes the famous Bill phone ring making noises. Oh, got the wrong cards out here. And here comes Cal Abrams. Cal is playing right field today. 210. 210. And that's a ground ball to short, 6-3. And they are out of there. 1, 2, 3. Here in the first. No hits, no runs, and nobody left on base. Going to the top of the second here. Wilson on the mound. And this time we're facing Bill Tuttle. Second. 174. There's a ground ball down at first. Picks it up, shuffles it over to the pitcher covering, and there's one out. Ferris Fain got the first base duties today. 176. There's another one to first. Well, he's got that one going. 3-1 again. Charlie Maxwell, a left fielder. .531. So this is the first baseman for them. That's Gus Triandos. 5-3-1 was the very first one, and there's a ground ball the first, and he picks it up, takes it himself. First baseman earned his money that time. Okay. So we are going to the bottom of the second. Romack back on the mound. And Strandos had a lot of action there at the top of the inning there, and there he got the lead off. 3-41. 41, that's a ground ball to third, and he is out of there. Picks it up, easy throw over to first. 5-3. Wayne Causey. .119. 119 struck him out. And here comes Hal Smith, catcher. 627 +5 as the home team, so 632. And that's just a fly out the center. 1, 2, 3 again here in the second. Romack looking comfortable right now. Both of these guys are 6 staminas. To explain when we get closer. Okay, so here we go with Wilson back on the mound. And Red Wilson, the catcher. Wilson versus Wilson this time. 659. Getting a lot of those up there. 659. That's just a ground ball, a second picked up. Tossed over to first. 1 out. Here comes the pitcher, Steve Gromack. Okay, 597. We're looking at the right fielder now. That's Cal Abrams, the right fielder. Then it shows me this here, which is the center fielder and not his right fielder. So we're going to go to right fielder. I forget how this plays now. I'm going to have to look it up. So we would be looking at Cal Abrams, but we wouldn't be using this because this is his primary position, center. We're using the right field range. So we look at the range number 5, and if the blue die is lower than that, he is out. If he's higher than that, then he is a base hit. So then we got to look at the chart, and I forgot to look at it while I had the thing open. How dumb is that? That ball got down into the corner, and Romack turns the corner with a double. Pitcher trying to help his own cause here, folks. Here's Harvey Keene, the leadoff hitter. Third inning here. Third, we're right. Having a hard time getting myself together today. All right, here we go. Harvey, runner in scoring position, 348. 348. 6-4. So that would be he's on that run is going to hold because it was the short stop. You know, yeah. Okay, we're going 6-3. Okay, Hatfield. 407. 407. He draws the walk. We have runners at first and second now for Al Kaline with 2 outs. Couldn't ask for a better guy to have up there right now. But he struck out his first time up today. 6-11. So that makes it 6-16. That's not normally very good. 6-16. It's another pop out to second. And they get out of there. Okay, they had 1 hit, no runs, and 2 people stranded. Bottom of the 3rd. Romack back on the mound. And here is Chuck Deering. Dice are flying. Dice are flying. 465. 465. Right here. And that's a base hit to center for Deering, their first hit of the game. Here comes Willie Miranda, the shortstop. 318. Struck him out. Now the pitcher coming up. Should they bunt him over? See how we're going to do this. This bunt is a 3. So, yeah, we're going to try the bunt. Let me refresh. Okay, he's a 3 bunter. We're going to roll all 3 dice and add them together. See what happens. We got 10, 6, 18. Is that 8? No, that's a 6. Okay, so that's 10. 16 plus his 3 makes it a 19. And that was a successful bunt. 5-3 moves the runner over. Sacrifice bunt. And Fred Marsh, the leadoff hitter. 193, 193, and there's a bloop single in the right. I think this may be a run scored, folks. Bloop single with 2 outs. It turns it into a long single, and a run scores. And the Baltimore takes the lead 1-0. Let's give him an RBI. Okay, still got runner on. That sacrifice bunt worked very well for them. It's Jim Dyke. Flew out the center at first time. 166. 166. The ground ball down to first. 3-1. Okay, they had 2 hits. 2 hits, stranded 1, scored 1. We are going to the top of the 4th. Baltimore at home, leading 1-0. We're at Wilson on the mound. Here's Ray Boone in the 4th. Round out the short at first time. 552. So we're looking at your 3rd baseman. That's Wayne Causey. We're going here. We're going to 552. That's a 5-4-3 DP. Oh, but there's nobody on base. So what the heck are we talking about? Who just made that first out? It is the first guy, Ray Boone. So that's a 5-3. I thought it was the second out. I'm losing control here today, gang. And here we go. Bill Tuttle. Bill rounded out to first his first time up. 338. There's a ground ball to short. And he is out 6-3. Here comes Ferris Fain, who grounded out to first his first time also. 5:35. We're looking at Triandos. 5:32, and that's a ground ball down to first. Triandos picks it up, steps on the bag himself, and that's 3. No runs, no hits, and nobody stranded that inning. We are going to the bottom of the 4th. Okay. Romack back on the mound, and here comes Kel Abrams. Kel grounded out to short his first time. 489. That's way up there. 489. Ooh, and that's a deep fly out to right or to center. It's Triandos earning his money out there on first base today when he's in the field. 396. 396. There's a base hit to center for Gus. They're getting the Gromack now. Comes Wayne Causey. Wayne struck out his first time. Gromack would like to do that again. 645 plus 5 is 650. 650. And that's 3-6, so that's going to be he's going to be out. He's on the fielder's choice. Okay, Hal Smith, the catcher. Did Hal do? He flew out to center his first time. 623, 628. I should just move this chart over a little closer. And that's a pop out to short. And that's 3. Okay, they got 1 hit. No runs and 1 stranded. We're going to the 5th and a close one here, folks. In the third game of the semifinals between these two teams. We got Judd Wilson back on the mound to face Charlie Maxwell. Charlie ground out to first his first time up. 264. 264 right here makes it a 554. So we're looking at your third baseman. Wayne Causey, what did I say? That was 554. 554, and that's a ground ball to third. Picks it up, throws it over, and there's 1 out. Red Wilson. 419. Ground ball is short, 2 down. Picks it up, fires it over to Triandos, and there is 2. And here comes the pitcher. Double his first time up. Surprised everybody. 481. So 481, we're looking at his what is that? His I rating. Gromack's I rating is a 7. So we're going over to 7 in the I rating. We're looking at 481. 481. There's a fly out to right. 1, 2, 3. And the Tigers put to bed again. Bottom of the 5th. Gromack back out here to face Chuck Deering, who singled and scored. 539, the first baseman. Ferris Fain. That is an E3, folks. Ferris. Error on Ferris Fain. Wow. So Deering's back on base again. Here we go. Judd Wilson. 575. That's the left fielder, Charlie Maxwell. 575. F7 plus plus. So we're going to go 7. We're going to look something up real quick. Okay, just a normal fly out there. You know, I had the cards out of order, folks. For some reason, that was Jim Wilson's pitching card I was looking at. That was we're gonna look at it again, so we still have it. Oh, it's still gonna be the same. That was Willie Miranda that flew out the left. Here's the pitcher. They're gonna try to bunt with him again, folks. He was successful the first time. So we got 11, 17, 20 this time. The 20. And that is another sacrifice bunt. Pitcher helping himself out here. And here comes Marsh, who drove him in last time. See what he does this time. 679. That makes it 684. 684. And that's a base hit, and the run scores it with less than 2 outs. Yes, sir. And it drives him in again. This is like deja vu right here, folks. That's a second RBI for Marsh. Here comes Jim Dyke. 151. There's a fly out the left. Good. They had one hit. 1 run and 1 stranded. That sack bunt worked again. Okay, Wilson back on the mound, top of the 6th. Harvey Keene up. After this inning, he'll be in his stamina stuff, as I'll explain in a few minutes. Here's Harvey to lead off. Tigers are down by 2 now, thanks to good bunting by the opposing pitcher. 250. That's a ground ball against the righty. Correct. 5-3. Right Hatfield. 231. That's a ground ball down to the 5-3 also. Wayne Causey earning some money this time for the Orioles. And here's Kate Light having a tough day. 207. Makes it a 407. We go over here to 407, and Al draws the walk. Here we come, Ray Boone. Ray Boone has the power. He's got the capability of tying this ball game up. Already had some of them. That's a blue 5, so we're looking at 355. 3. And that's a ground ball to third, and he is out of there. All right, so they go down again. It's a 0, 0, and 1. Okay. Bottom of the 6th. Romac's in the same thing as far as stamina goes. And he's back out here to face Cal Abrams. Cal is 0 for 2. Flew out the center of last time. 191. 191. There's a blue single. They're getting the Gromack. No. Priandos, lots of power here. Says he'd like to really put one out of here. Get some more insurance. 347. Okay, we're going 6-4, so that's going to be a fielder's choice, and he's going to be out of there. Wayne Causey. 285. 285. We're going deep for the first time versus a lefty. Okay, it's going deep to right. All right, now his power is a 2. All right, so we're going to be looking at their chart. So we're going deep to right. We're going to roll the red and white, add them together, plus the power. We got 8, and that'd be 10. Oh, and that is a base hit. And that runner is going to advance to third, I believe. They're waving him around. Oh no, they held him up. They stopped him at the last second. Oh, here they are. First and second with 1 out for Hal Smith, the catcher. .240. 240 versus the righty. That's just a fly out the right. Wow. Then the lefty would add another deep. Here's Willie Miranda. 244. 244. That's another fly out the right. Wow. So they had 2 hits, no runs, and 2 left on base. We're going to the top of the 7th. Okay, now how this works now is anytime, because he's had to pass his stamina number of 6. Anytime a runner gets on, I mark a thing here, fatigue, and this will add 10 to any deep numbers that we have to go. Okay, so here we go with Bill Tuttle leading off for the Tigers here. In the top of the 7th. 210. 210. Turns it into a 410. The 410 draws the walk. They need runners. Okay, Ferris Fain have committed an error, which eventually scored. To the plate would like to make up for that. 413. 413. And he draws the walk. Here they come. Charlie Maxwell. 630. 630, and that's just a pop out to short. Got underneath it a little too much. 1 out. Red Wilson, the catcher. Bullpen is active for the Tigers. 317. Struck him. Oh, yep. Struck him out. And the manager's calling Gromek back for a pinch hitter. So the Tigers have sent Frank House to the plate. Frank has a little bit of power. 2 outs here, 2 runners on. 161. 160, and he draws the walk, and the bases are loaded. With 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Harvey Keene. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Biggest part of the game right here. Biggest moment of the game right here. And, and Wilson has already let 3 on, and he's past his stamina. So they have called the timeout. They don't want to take a chance on this. They want to bring in the reliever who's been warming up long enough. Okay, so they have sent their closer out. He's got his 2 stamina, so maybe he can hang on and get this one here. All right, and here we go. Harvey Keene, bases loaded. Harvey feeling the pressure. 2 outs. 472. 472. And is he a righty? There's a triple of clear the bases by Harvey Keene. Obviously, that Ray Moore is feeling dejected. He knows he's going to get a blown save for that one. And here we go. runner on third with 2 outs now for the second baseman Hatfield. I'd like another run. 362. 362. That's just a ground ball down to first. 3-1. They're out of there, but not before they only had one hit. They scored 3 runs, and they left one on base. I see where I messed up a few things here. Oh, that's the first time they had any runs that scored. That's right. Okay, here we go. The bottom of the seventh, with Al Aber on the mound for the Tigers, facing Willie Miranda. Willie struck out, fly out the left so far in this game. 348. He's a ground ball down to second, and he is out of there. 4-3. And they're calling their pitcher back in. They said, we got to go get the closer out of there already. Dave Philly with the bat at the plate, facing Al Aber. Philly batting for the closer. Got dinged. 301. 301 struck him out. Okay, Fred Marsh. Whoops. Did something wrong there. Yeah, I did. Fred Marsh, leadoff hitter, is here in the spot with 2 outs in the seventh. .554. They're looking at Ray Boone. 554. That's a ground down third, and then it's 3 outs. 5-3. Has a nice inning, that inning. Move on to the top of the eighth. We have Art Shallock on the mound for Baltimore. Art was 3-5 with one. He was pitch starter and a reliever. He's got a stamina of 2 as a reliever, and he's facing LK line. Top of the eighth. 353. 353. And there's a pop out to first. Ray Boone. 318. 318 is a play out to right. And Bill Tuttle. 698 on the chart up here. 698, and he drew the walk. That's the second inning in a row he has drawn a walk. He scored the last one. Okay, here comes Ferris Fain, who drew a walk. His walk and scored on a big triple by 377. And that's a ground ball at first. He's out of there. 3-1 will make it. That's 3 outs. And they got no hits, no runs, and 1 left. Oh, never hits. Okay, never mind. Here we go. Bottom of the eighth. Aber on for his second inning of work. The leadoff hitter this inning is Jim Dyke. Jim is 0 for 3. Who out the left his last time? 5. They're looking at the pitcher's card. 5-1-2. 5-1-2. He picks it up, tosses it over. 1 out. Cal Abrams. Cal is 1 for 3. 127. 127 has another ground ball to the pitcher. 1-3. And Gus Triandos. Bullpen is very active right now. Detroit. Not that average pitching bad. This is stamina is up. 357. 357. And there's a ground ball to short. 6-3. And that's 3 outs. Zero, zero, zero. Top of the ninth. Shellick for his second inning of work. Facing Charlie Maxwell. Charlie's 0 for 3. 196. 196. And there's a bloop double. Charlie on in here in the ninth. Ray Wilson. $250. Oh, and this is no, it's not. It's a ground ball to second, so it's going to be 4-3, and he's going to advance. And they're calling Iber back. They're going to put in the pinch hitter and bring in another reliever because of his stamina issue right now. He's feeling okay. So Earl Torkelson's coming to the plate to pinch hit, and there's a runner on third, 1 out. Big insurance run out there. 125, 125, 125, and he draws a lot. First and third. Yeah. And here comes Harvey Kane, the hero so far. First and third, 1 out. Here in the ninth. .381. 381, and there's another base hit by Harvey. That 1 plus, I think the runner on second's going to, oh, that guy's going to score for sure. And the other guy's just going moving up 1 base. So he's scoring. He's moving up. Harvey, another hit. All the RBIs for Harvey Kane. What a day he's having, folks. Okay, here's Hatfield. Shellick not doing so well right now. Still only 1 out. 581. They're looking at their center fielder. Double check and see who that is. Check Deering. Okay, let's find Deering's card. We're looking at 581. And that's a fly out the center. Eight, and here comes Big Al. Al's had a tough day today. It's 0 for 3, walked once. Harvey got the cover today. 648. 648, and that's a fly out the center. But they had 2 hits. They scored 1 and they stranded 2. And so it is now 4-2. Going to the bottom of the ninth. And they have sent their closer out to try to do the job. So the closer for Baltimore couldn't do it. Maybe wonder if this guy's going to be able to do it. Okay, here's Joe Coleman. Joe was 2-1 with 3 saves and an ERA 3.20 during the season. And third baseman Wayne Posey. They need 2. 443. And that's 3 unassisted. Ferris Fain takes it. Hal Smith. .327. There's a ground ball to short. Real quick work. First 2 outs. Can Coleman get himself a save? Chuck Deering. Chuck is 1 for 3. He's been on twice, scored twice. 458. 458. That's a ground ball down the third, 5-3, and that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. So the Tigers take a 2-1 lead in the series. Detroit scored 4 runs on 5 hits and they stranded 8. Um, for Baltimore, Jim Wilson got the loss. Ray Moore got a blown save. And for Baltimore, they scored 2 runs on 6 hits and stranded 5. For Detroit, L. Aber got the win. Joe Coleman got the save. So as I said, they're up 2-1 now. The next game that you will see will be the New York Giants in Game 3, trying to put it away in that game because this is the best of 5 uh, in Cincinnati. So Cal Saber saying, go down there and hit that like button on your way out. Put some remarks in there. If you watch the game and you haven't done, and you're not a subscriber, please do so. Help the channel grow some more. Take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.